Hello everyone and happy 2024. Where I am is still 1st of January 2024 and it's an hour to go to the 2nd January, so I still made time, and I just wanted to, in this episode, to try and say something to myself, and hopefully through myself I can talk to you, or it will also speak to you. And I was trying hard to think about things that I would say to myself, and I was watching so many prediction 2024, mostly astrological prediction. So where the planets are moving, the big planets, the Jupiter, the Mars, and then the Neptune, which is responsible for like a more shadowy side, the Jupiter, which is responsible for moving forward, and all of those predictions. And then I was watching things for my sign, which is Gemini, and I guess I'm doing this to obviously to help myself and have some sort of probably reassurance of it is okay, and the planets are aligning, the outside situation, the celestial bodies are supporting me and ensuring that I can move forward with no major setbacks. And this kind of reassurance helps me, and I do draw some strengths from this. And it's also because I don't really watch the news, these really became my news. So apart from the astrological predictions, I also like to listen to just kind of general guidance from different spiritual advisors, healers, in general, people who are very in tune with their inner self, and people who are in tune with the universe. And obviously there's so many of them, and I would say when you go out there, very often also what I did was I would listen to one or two spiritual advisors, or I call them that, whatever they are. I don't call them gurus or anything like that. It's generally people who went through some crappy things in their lives, and some of them had really big crappy things happening probably in their childhood and then maybe in adolescent, people who just experience bad things in general or tough times, and then from them it led them to this awakening, and looking for the outside force, I guess, and then or they simply not simply, but they were just attuned to listen to oh my god, even if I say that and I don't really know who I'm like talking to, but never mind, they are attuned to maybe some galactic generations or spirit guides, and hear those guidance, advice, hear the spiritual voices, which does not sound right, but they are basically listening to the guides that speak to them. It's just simply put like this, and I'm sure if you're still listening to my rambling, and you are out there and looking for the spiritual content or esoteric content, you probably have heard people like this. And my advice is listen to yourself. So how do you feel when you are listening to a person who talks from this, maybe sometimes other sources, or is kind of giving what the universe is talking about. And some of those people, and they don't talk about it that much, but they speak with celestial beings or UFOs. They have all sorts of different experience during their dreams, or during hypnosis, or all sorts of different experience, and this is their own experience. I don't have experiences like this. I think I just would be scared if I heard voices. So that's simple like this. But nevertheless, I do speak with the trees, for example. So these are my kind of spiritual guides, and I actually have a tree that I used to, and still go to, not that much now, because I used to live very close to this tree, and I don't know what drew me to this tree. This is a very particular tree in the park, and I just go there and I meditate. I think I mentioned this before. So this tree would just like say to me, or I would feel that this tree was saying, drink water, for example, when I stay and kind of lean over on the tree and meditate. Also, it would say drink water, or it would just it would just say well done for everything, with everything that you've achieved, and would just give me courage, I guess, and just would say that everything is okay. And it's just very grounding. It's not like a message for the whole society, for everyone. I take it as a message for me, and is usually message of love, of support, of also of the fact that the time is passing, and that the tree has been there before me, and it's going to be there after me. And also it's like antenna between this earth and the sky. So these are just messages like this, and I'm sure really if everyone listens, they could hear water and streams and sky and clouds and the sun. Like it's a big song that all those things, the nature around us speaks to us. So going back to that, it's a beginning, and obviously there was an end. And in the times like this that everyone kind of celebrates, even though of course there's many people that say that this is a very artificial constraint, that this is not really end of beginning of, because really if the time was counted, we should have beginning of the year in April, and all of those things, which I find also valid. But nevertheless, we are celebrating this, and it's kind of a custom that's what's happening, and we put some sort of value and a narrative to this time of the year. And because everyone, the whole kind of earth, and everyone on earth is or most of the people are celebrating this, so everyone put such a meaning to this, therefore it becomes obviously what it is now. And because it's big ending and big beginning, I was looking for those for this support, and also for it's like a fresh start. So the thoughts that are coming are, is it going to be better than the last 12 months? What have I done? What am I going to do? Where I want to be? And I don't really have like a big list or anything like this. I had one of my things that I really wanted to come in fruition, I guess, or resolve, rather, not come in fruition, but resolve. It did resolve, and it did help me in life tremendously. And now I am like, so now what? I've received this gift from the universe. Sometimes I still feel guilty about this gift, and I'm not ready, and I don't think I ever will be, to talk about this, but it's something that I've been really putting the intention on, and it just came sort of out of nowhere, totally out of nowhere. And now it's with me, and I'm so grateful. And obviously this year brought it. So I want to move on from there while remaining grateful, and I guess achieve, I don't know if achieve is a right word, just develop and also learn, and also not have too strenuous and physically challenging life, and also simply be happy, and recognize where this happiness is, and yes. So I was just thinking, what am I going to say to myself, what I would like, and I was listening to Aaron Doughty, which I really like his energy. I really love his energy. He is so in a way detached, but also very authentic and personal. So I find his YouTube videos and his reels or whatever stories, and he did live yesterday where he was just explaining some law of attraction, but I like that because it gives me a little bit of a gentle push to do my own thing. And obviously Aaron was, in his latest video, he was talking about the fact that we should just start, that we tell ourselves stories why we should not start, what is preventing us from starting something, and that we are creating those stories of, I am not good enough, so I cannot start. I only start when I do this and that. And I was saying to myself, yes, but I did start it. I did start, rather. Although I still tell myself story, although it's every time I go on the podcast, I have to push through different limitations. And the first of my limitations that I already talked about is the language, or how I use the language, that I make so many mistakes, and like someone is gonna laugh at me, and it's not really easy to listen because the accent is so strong, and all those things that, even though I know they are limiting beliefs, on the other hand, they are facts. I don't know how people perceive that. I wish I had a bigger audience that would then tell me how it sounds, and how they perceive that. Did it help them? Does it matter if the language is spoken in this or other way? I know it does for me. So yes, so I was thinking, I started a long time ago, and it's great, and I'm really, really grateful that I did start, but I don't put enough energy into that. And do I have even more energy to make something bigger out of this? But if I wanted to make something bigger, what would that be? And these are the questions that maybe, and I hope, maybe this year is going to bring. And when I look deeper into myself, I know that I was always connected to learning, to discovering. I was always connected to sharing my knowledge, and being curious, and trying to open other people up as well. I was always connected with education, and I was also connected with kids, children. So it kind of creates a theme of subject that I think I am good at, or it's bringing me joy. But also, I don't want to do it 100% all the time. I also love being creative, and I love art, and I love design, and I love clothing, and I love fashion. All of those things, and then I'm thinking, is that too much, or how can you maybe bring it all together? And then there is a big denominator of all of that. How can I be financially stable? How can I be financially stable enough so that I have this enough of the support, not support, I have a safe space, which is a very important space for me, which is my home. Safe space, which is beautiful, and I feel safe in that space, and I can invite people in, and I have nature next to me, and I have a garden, and I can have animals, I can have guests, I can design it how I like it, and surround myself with beautiful objects that bring me joy. Again, it doesn't not have to be a lot of objects or anything like that. Looking at beautiful objects brings me a sense of safety, a sense of calm. So that's what it is. And on the other hand, in my head is like I am being spoiled. I don't need that many objects or things. So maybe these are the questions that I will be able to answer later in the year. I definitely know I'll strive to create this financial abundance and for myself. And I would like this to be created by easy flow with not that much of a physical strenuous of like really hard work. I have always been working hard. I probably been working hard sometimes more than is necessary, and that's actually that was one of the advices that I got from the astrologer. His name is Steve Jod, and he was giving astrological predictions for each of the signs. And for my sign, it was in 2024, which by the way is symbolic number 8, which means abundance. And so, but for Gemini, he was saying quality over quantity. And I really love that because it's also my motto in life as well. So for 2024, quality over quantity. So question, do I have to work that hard to have all of those things, or do I just take couple of the things and I let go of everything else? Do I have to have all of that? And what really brings the value? Yeah, that's great. So I'm wishing you all the best. I hope you develop even more in 2024. I hope we connect as well. I don't know how it's going to look like. I always say you're welcome to reach out to me if you like have any questions. And I hope 2024 will bring you joy and happiness and answers to some of your questions, which will come in an easy flow rather than strenuous hard work. But if hard work is something that you want to experience, then be it as well. If that means that this is the right way to develop for you. So I will see you soon or speak to you very soon. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.